Yeah.
Day yesterday, and I think Jane knows the most recent. The fact that it's equal to run this through. Yeah. Yeah, Sarah. I'm gonna work on this slide with the people. Yeah. And you're seeing all the way on the far side.
Good afternoon. I'd like to thank everybody for coming to this celebration of life for Rachel Jane Siegel. My name is Jason Siegel. I am Rachel's older brother, and of course we thank you on behalf of my mother, my wife, and my family, and the rest of my family. We'd like to thank you all for being here for this occasion. And we'll start our service with a song from a good friend of Rachel's, Janine Siegel.
I don't know how long you've known Rachel.
How old am I, Rachel? I don't know, how old were we, like 5 or 6, 5? Rachel and I are 6 months apart, and my dad led the music where Miss Jane's father preached. So we were those kids that were running about the church during choir practice, behaving. But
Right.
I've known Rachel for a very long time, and even though life took us in different directions, we always try to stay connected. So this song is for us that are still here breathing, and just a reminder that we need to cling to Jesus. Okay.
What technology?
Yeah.
I feel the waves around me, calm the seas. When I cry for help, touch my life, still the raging storm. I need the every hour. Shine smooth. Oh, see now my Savior, I come to thee. I need thee.
What we can please go over to switch. Testing. Testing.
I believe at this time, we have some recorded song selections picked out that, John, we could play those. And actually, we're gonna run the slideshow. Yeah. This is true, this is great, all right, we're just going to run the, good. All right, we have some song selections picked out. Yeah.
Jason.
It's working. It's not muted. Yeah, we haven't got any. I'll have my girl in the office check it.
However, the slideshow. I mean.
You're gonna be a you go first.
No.
You're doing it. You want this job, and you want.
That's three.
It's better than you can do today. I go to bed. Yeah.
You just gotta be closer to us. You can hear people talking over there, but you can't hear the music.
All right. Okay. Thank you again, everyone, for coming. My mother, James Siegel, would like to have.
Of course, I'll just kind of turn this way. I'll be back laughing. But thank you so much for coming to honor our Rachel. She truly was one who deserved honor. She worked very hard in her life. I was there from the very beginning. The night she was born, she and I had one more time. But once we got there, out of there, there is a thing to me. She remembered this thing. Perfect. And she's beautiful. And I said to her, oh, you all are just so nice. We've had such time. And everything that they said. We are baby nurses. We know about babies. They said, we're bringing her over there. So they brought her over to where I was strapped on my operating table. They unwrapped her piece by piece. And then so she wouldn't get cold. And they said, see, she's perfect. And she's beautiful. So after then, when Rachel got big enough, I always told her, Rachel, you were born, you were perfect. You were beautiful. And the big day, you, when she was a grown up one lady, I'm still beautiful. I said, yes. But you had some great times. You can look at these pictures and see what great times you had. One time I remember that she was trying to get out of USF to get her pharmacy career started. We went to orientation, of course. They wanted the parents to come. The first thing they did was put the parents over there and the kids over there. And they kind of told us they were the Twain Joey. We went, okay. So the kids did whatever they did. They had stuff for us to do. But then they signed up for their classes. So Rachel came to be that Friday morning. And she came in there and woke me up at 6:30. She said, Mom, would you go with me? And I said, well, Rachel, they specifically asked us not to come. She said, but Mother, they're signing me up for all these classes I don't need. And I'm not going to spend my money when I know what I need to take. So I said, okay, we'll try. We went. She went and spoke to him first. And then she turned around and she gave me one of these. And so I went up there. And he said, you know, the parents aren't supposed to come. And I said, yes, sir. But Rachel says there's a problem. He said, she needs to take this class. He said, there are no more openings in that class. And I said, how can that be? He said, what do you mean? And I said, well, you told us there are 7 classes of people that are going to come through here and get signed up. We're class number 4. If there's no more openings in this class, what are you going to do for the other 3? He goes, well, since y'all put it like that, he reached down there and got his paper and put it up there. And Rachel got signed up for the class. But as time went on, we got our Charlie the Round Dog. That's what we used to call him. He was a joy. He came to us when he was 8 weeks old. Needless to say, he needed lots of kind of support to get to be bigger than 8 weeks old. Rachel took him to training after a while because this lady said to her, he's a smart little dog, but you need to take him to classes and do things. So she came home to me one day because I would go down and see Charlie every day, except for the 2 days a week he went to daycare. He went to doggy daycare because he needed to be socialized with somebody besides grandmother. And so anyway, Charlie and I did the little thing need him to sit and we need him to speak. Those are 2 things Rachel wanted me to rehearse with him. So we have a film that we have met that I made with a Kodak camera, a little brownie camera that I have to notice said would do film on it. And the fact that I got that out, we took it all the way through time. Rachel decided she wanted to go to Key West. She was living here in Tampa. We were at our house for Thanksgiving. We were over there and I was holding a plate, a bowl. She was putting the potatoes in. And she, as I said, whopping potatoes, mashed potatoes in that bowl. And in between 1 or 2 plops, she goes, Mom, Charlie and I are moving to Key West. I just raised my eyes down and that's not how you tell your mother. No, I said, we'll talk later.
Where's I tell you?
So we did talk later. Come to find out, the lady had a contract with Dixie. She was gonna be the district manager down there. She got a 20% raise by going. She got another 20% raise the next year. And I said to her, she should tell me this. And I said to her, how did you do that? She goes, Mom, I went down here and negotiated. She said, here it is written in this contract on paper. So there was no doubt she went, and that's what she got. She eventually decided, of course, that she met it's up Jeff and lived on a sailboat. Because when I tell people my daughter lives in Key West, they just, oh, wow. And I go, on the sailboat. They go, oh, that's the sailboat. So of course, I'm sure people see her running around their flip flop and shorts, you know, having a fun old life. Well, she did, except I said, oh, and by the way, she's a pharmacist in Lower Key West. She has her PhD. Now this mom is really bragging here. And y'all probably know all this stuff. But I was really proud, I was so proud. And Rachel up and worked her own way. Because the year that she started in college, and we were gonna pay her way. I had to work for this commentary and I didn't get to do anything. She did it. So, she lived down there. She never met a person that she didn't know. She never met a person who wasn't fun to be with. If you look at her Facebook page, you see all the things she loved to decorate. She loved to get decorated. And she loved to decorate her bike and walk down the road she went. But in the parade of all these different people. She was friends with anybody and everybody she met. She allowed each and every one of us to be who we are. And I thought that was a great trait sometimes. Sometimes it was hard for me to understand it. She would say, but mother, they do so and so and so and so. I said, wow. I said, I didn't know they were accomplished in that way. As Rachel said, continued to grow there and be in Key West. It was a long way to go. The year she moved down there, I went once to get a place to stay. Second time to move her into that place. The third time, Jason and Tina went, came during the summer, and we drove down there. You know, that meant I had driven to Key West back 3 times in 3 months. So she got all settled and she goes, Mom, we want you to come for Christmas. I went, well, by George, we're fine. I said, I'm not driving to Key West again. So those are just some
8 hours one way.
so that's
Long
just
trip.
some of the wonderful, magical things that I want to share with you all. As you can see from her Facebook page, who she was, what she did, and why she's going home, I don't know. I'll never know till I get there. We can know something about that. We've had more love and more prayers, and I'm so glad you came. Rachel would be so proud to know that this many people took time out of their life to come and celebrate her life. Because I shall celebrate her life until that day when I see her again. And I pray that each one of you, if you have a thought of Rachel in your mind, will say, bless that family, bless me, because we have the privilege of knowing Rachel, Jane, Siegel. I thank you so much.
At this time, a friend of Rachel's from Key West, is going to play for us, Mr. Mark Miller.
Thank you. So sad to be here today. I met Rachel several years ago at a pirate festival. She was a pirate. And that was one of the things she was. And her pirate name was Starboard Sarah. You know how she got that name? Starboard means right on the ship. Port is left, starboard is right. She was Starboard Sarah because she was always right. She was so proud of that. I know this about Rachel. She loved her family. She loved people. She loved Charlie Brown And she loved Cali. And she loved her ship, the Ariel. And she loved music. I think she played 6 or 7. 7 different instruments. 11
Yeah.
different, okay. I stand corrected. I knew she played many, and I got the pleasure of hearing her play many of those instruments, but she played the concertina. And that's how we became friends, because I played as well. But one of the other instruments she played was the conch shell. And they had a conch blow off in Key West for Republic Days, and Rachel won. She was the best conch player in Key West. So in her honor, I'm going to blow the conch. I doubt that you've ever had anybody blow the conch at this funeral home before, but I think it's fitting for Rachel. So Rachel. Years of practice. This is a song, it's a beautiful pirate song, sailing song that Rachel and I used to play when we go sunset sailing in Key West. It's called Rollin' Home. Up along and in the regain blows a one like a moth in the springtime, feeling up each one sing. Rolling on, rolling on. It's fine. With the miles behind us, I'm going. Angel, waves will pass. While rolling. It's rolling. Behind us, seem to rise. We have to. Down to the fair winds and calm seas, starboard setting.
Thank you, Mark. We, at this time, if there was anyone who would like to, step up possibly, or bring the mic to you and say something about Rachel. Please.
I met Rachel about exactly 12 years ago during Hemingway days in Key West. We were all stalking Paula Dean trying to get her picture because her husband was entered in the contest. Rachel, I got something really more important that weekend than the photograph that I did eventually get. I got a new friend. And after that, whenever Rachel would pass through South Florida where I lived at the time, she would come and stay at my house and bring Charlie Brown, and our dogs would just, we had 4 dogs running like crazy in our house, and they just all loved each other. And so anytime she came to visit her family or go to a pirate bash, she would always come and stay at our house. And then Rachel invited me to come stay on the boat for a weekend, about 6 or 7 years ago. And there was nobody better at pushing you out of your comfort zone. And the girl knew how to have fun, and she knew how to find fun. And you know, you made me laugh with the conch blowing contest because I had never blown a conch before, and she made me join the contest. And I got an honorable mention. I did not win, but I got an honorable mention, so I was pretty proud of that. And that ended up being probably one of the most fun weekends I've ever had in my life. And the last day I got a flat tire and ended up with a bonus day in Key West. And to this day, I say that was the best day I ever had. I mean, we went to Drag Queen Bingo, we bar hopped, we packed as much fun into 24 hours as Rachel could think of.
That ain't hard to do.
No, no, it isn't. And then when I moved to Orlando, we stayed in touch, but I didn't get to see Rachel as often as I, would have liked. But when she got her Disney annual pass, then, that changed. I got to see her much more frequently, and the girl loved her character, meet and greets and getting her picture taken, and you could just see in every Disney photo that she took, and there were a lot, that she would just light up inside, and you could see that in her pictures.
Love Pluto.
And she loved Pluto, and she loved Ariel, and it just made her day whenever she could find some merchandise or something with those characters on it. It just made her day. But she was also good about remembering what you liked and helping you to find it. So she knew who my favorite characters were, and she would always be like, I found this thing. And she, she just, fun was her middle name. Helping was right behind there. She just loved to make people happy. And I don't think anybody had more joie de vivre than Rachel did. She just was a light in the world. And the one thing that I've missed, well, there's a lot of things about her, but her wit, her sharp, sharp wit, her love of puns rivaled no other, and her ability to laugh at fart jokes.
Yeah.
She loved a good fart joke. But Rachel, my life won't be the same. I don't think anybody sitting in this room will be the same.
No.
We will miss your light, and we will miss the magic that you brought to every moment of your day.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I met Chase about 30 years ago on the scheme when they both worked at Weed Eater Park, and somehow fate brought us all together at some point, and we decided to do this convention. You guys will review that on sci-fi called the name of the convention called Necronomicon, and we first all got together for the very first time in '93. God, I can't believe that was 30 years ago, but as I say, it was huge. But Rachel was the first Jason's family that I met. And of course, during the course of that time, I got to meet, Hi, Jane. You good?
Yes, you certainly can.
Thank you. Kind of, because always single, but Rachel, as she said, I didn't get it, but Jean said was always the life of every party, no matter where you went at movies and went to the movies a lot. And just going to movies for her, well, like her brother, I think it's one trait they always shared was fun. I remember Thanksgiving 1996 when Rachel, Amy, and I went to see Romeo and Juliet, and as much as I kind of movie, as much as I hated the movie or whatever, Rachel made it more fun because she would always say something witty, and that's one of the things I really loved about her wit and her capacity to accept anyone, regardless, and make any friends. And I remember one convention in '96, we were by the pool, we had a hard talk and all this stuff, and I knew right then that you could tell her anything. You could always trust her, no matter what situation was. She would always make it better, and she was one of the few people who at that particular time that felt really well. And me too. And I think I knew right then and there that I was part of her family, and that has never wavered. And that was the other thing about her, that she always made me feel like you were part of hers. And last time I saw her was at Jason's wedding to Tina, and once again, she was always, the life of the party there. It's just like everywhere she went, there was this radiance about her that affected everyone that she came in contact with. And that's the one thing I'm always going to take away from my experience with her. Out of all people that I've never met anyone as vibrant, as loving, as caring, as fun, and of course, that fun kind of runs in the family. And that's one thing I really miss about her. But I think each and every one, and like she said, it carries a piece of her with us, and she's always going to be a part of my family. And this goes back to a line on something that was said in the last episode of Mary Tyler Moore's series, when she defined family as they were leaving the newsroom for the last time. And she said, "What is a family?" And she said, "A family is people that make you feel less alone and more loved." And with that, I just want to say, Rachel, thank you for being my family, and you'll always be with me. Thanks.
Thank you.
My brother, we should sing rain. Same birthday too, exactly 10 years apart. Okay. Is there any?
went to high school with Rachel. And one thing that Rachel that just stood out to me, just now, went through life was she would see someone sitting alone, and she would go over and sit next to them. She would just like hang out with them. She didn't know why they were by themselves. She was. She didn't know why they were by themselves. She just knew. It's just she was innately built for love and compassion and care. That she also was built for shenanigans and humor. And I was surprised because I loved playing pranks on people in high school. We were in a band together and we would go on different trips and different fest trips and things like that. But one was to Gatlinburg, and in Gatlinburg, Indiana, we had a little group. We were kind of cavorting around Gatlinburg and not getting into trouble, but doing things like, taking pictures with their statues and climbing on top of them, basically. But her ability to find and to seek joy and to be with other people in these moments, it was affirming for the individual, for us as individuals, us as a group. For me, I carried that with me. It was like I could see myself in her, and I felt like we were, compadres in this humor and this seeking of joy and care. And so I remember that in high school, and seeing how she lived her life into adulthood is also inspiring. Her ability to know that her limits are assigned to herself, and she went beyond whatever she thought might be her limits, like, in her education, and also her ability to have more adventures with a learn about music when you have more experiences. And I've tried to live my ability the same way, that she's been an inspiration the entire time.
Yeah. Not asked?
Oh, I know.
Oh, come on. I got so many stories.
Tell them who you are.
Girl, has so much to go through, filter through.
Tell them who you are.
Rachel's cousin, her closest cousin, William, closest cousin, Paige, and so much. But as I look out and see everybody's grieving faces, including my own, I can tell you that what Rachel would want for us right now is take our moment, grieve for her, have our sadness, put that sadness out there, get it out, and then go out and enjoy your life. What you would want for you to enjoy your day. Don't take any moment for granted, because they're all short and precious. So we finish up this ceremony. Remember that no matter what, there's somebody out there that loves you. Someone out there that cares about you. Reach out to those people, because you're not alone. And no one here should feel that way. Have your moment, have a cry, get it out, and then go and enjoy your life and get out there and do all the things you wanted to do. Rachel did all the things she wanted to do. There was not one thing that Rachel thought of in her head and wanted to accomplish that she did not accomplish. But if you're not doing it, Get out there, do it, accomplish it. Have yourself a dark story tonight and think about Rachel, because that's what you want to do.
Thank you very much.
One more. Oh, okay, one more? Okay. All right.
Not a lot of you know, recently started hanging out with Rachel again over the past couple of years. Being that at Tampa General, I was a baby nurse and she was a pharmacist on my floor. And we hung out, we went shopping, you know, had health parties at her house. She was so awesome. And then she moved to Key West and kind of lost touch. And we don't stay on touch on Facebook. And she got her Disney pass and, you know, we rekindled our friendship over Disney. And we've taken so many trips since about 2 years ago. We recently had our Disney, we have both of our birthdays are in October, so we had a Disney birthday trip. And it's just funny because she's such a planner and I'm the opposite, I'm not a planner. So we just enjoyed ourselves so much. And I got this for her, it's a tea, and I was going to let her know last Saturday because it just came in the mail. And then I found out and we'll be able to give it to her. I'm gonna give it to you this day, but I'm gonna miss her so much. But yes, everyone, please make sure you reach out to the ones you love.
Yes. Hold on.
My voice carries, I'm not gonna do that.
Yours too, huh?
I know, I'm doing Rachel, Key West, down there. She lived on one boat, she was on a Laurel, that right next to me, very close to me. And y'all all know how wonderful she was. One thing I remember about Rachel, we were all hanging out underneath the Western Union sign. Somebody said, let's take a selfie. And she said, no, let's get a hussy. A hussy. She's saying, hussy. Celebration. It's about stuff. Selfie to the celebration. You can have it in Key West.
To that, I would like to add that, I forgot to mention earlier, I'm not from Key West, but as I understand, there will be a sunset sail on Saturday aboard the Spirit of Independence. If anyone is heading down that way this Saturday. And there's also going to be a party at Schooner Wharf afterwards, after sunset, for anyone to join. I just want to add one thing. I remember being down in Key West for Conquer Public Days, and everybody's wearing all these crazy costumes with feathers and beads and sequins. And Rachel put together an outfit like an EMT and was carrying around this rolling thing of tape and buttons and glue and staples and Velcro. It was for anybody who had a costume malfunction. I'm trying to help them. And oh my gosh, people were using that left and right. That's who does that, Rachel?
Matthew knows, I'm gonna finish this up. Oh, when she's angry, she is keen and shrewd, and though she be little, she is fierce. Part of Avon Shakespeare wrote these words, and they definitely describe our dearly departed Rachel Jane Siegel, which was a very special person. Thanks to our father, that she gained that peculiar wit and sense of humor. I got it too. And thanks to our mother, she grew up to be a very strong, independent woman who could get down to business and get things done. We also had a very good upbringing in church, thanks to our granddad being a Baptist minister. Honestly, say we brought up as some great folks. She could be the silliest person in the room sometimes, even besting me at times. Thanks. She had a great sense of adventure. She was a better person than I'll probably ever be. Another piece of my heart's gone. Now that this has happened so soon after dad left us. She wasn't a bratty little sister. She was a very well put together, well wise beyond her years girl who could still, I mean, just go out with me and my friends and conduct herself well and be civil. Just, not do the things you see where the little sister comes along just embarrassing them. Although sometimes it wasn't that. Like everyone in our immediate family, of course, she started out playing piano and singing. And then through her life, I've learned to play up to a plethora of 11 instruments. Nothing else Rachel had, she had determination. That's definitely something from mom as well. She was a great friend who could be the most loving person in the world, but also if you needed to sometimes give you that kick up the rear you might need. Trust me, she gave me a few. She could plan and she could party. She was a beautiful soul who touched many lives. Our family seems to have that effect on people. I think we got that from Granddad. Minister of 28 years who touched a lot of lives in his lifetime. That she will never touch another life is a loss to the entire world. Rachel, do us a favor. Give Charlie Brown and Dad a big hug from all of us. And you always play in Sal's for us one more time, will you? Rachel, we're going to miss you.
On behalf of the family, I want to thank everybody who came to the funeral home, joined together to remember Rachel. From hearing everything that's going on across the state of Florida, I think that her memory is going to reverberate long after today. This concludes the services, but please feel free to share some more stories with each other. And again, thank you for coming today. Please be safe. Thank you.
We're just gonna sing one more.